is McBirdie, and welcome back to another episode of Cinderella Phenomenon. So, Lucette is slowly starting to get under Rod's skin. Just a little bit. Just a very little bit. So, we're getting there. I seem to be making all the right choices so far to make sure that he becomes our one and only Prince Charming, hopefully by the end of this game. I'm not really 100% sure at this point, but it seems like, so far it seems okay. One of my fellow YouTubers / subscribers, Graylo, actually had a suggestion of why Rod didn't want to break his curse, and he said that he thought that maybe it's because his curse was caused by him saying something really mean, and he doesn't want to break his curse because he doesn't want to be able to say anything mean again. Basically, he likes being the good guy, and he doesn't want to be the bad guy, and he thinks he can't change. But, honestly, maybe the curse, he wouldn't be able to break the curse if he was just going to revert back to his old ways. So I'm not 100% sure. But I basically said that, because I thought about it, because at first I couldn't think of any curses where the character would have lost their voice, but the only one I could think of was The Little Mermaid. And I'm not sure if that makes complete sense either, because, what would the reverse of The Little Mermaid be? The reverse would be that they turned into a mermaid versus, because it seems like it's always the reverse, or I at least just based on what some of the people said, or at least hers was the reverse, but not necessarily the other people's. So that would make me think that Rod's a mermaid somehow, but that makes no sense because those are obviously that's his sister. Emelaine's his sister, and that's his mother. So I guess it wouldn't make sense that he would be a mermaid. But that's the only one I could think of. So I guess we'll just get into it and see what else we can find out about Rod. Okay, so we're in a memory right now. Girl. Good morning, Your Highness. Would you like to play with us? You want to play with me? Yeah, come play with us. We'll all have lots of fun. Well, please, just for a little while. Maybe I can... Lucette, what are you doing here in front of the gates? Mother. Good morning, Your Majesty. We were just wondering if the princess wants to come play with us. No, Princess Lucette does not want to play with you. Jeez, Mom. But Mother, I do. Enough idle chatter. We must go. It is almost time for your dance lessons. But... Lucette, do not make me repeat myself. Yes, Mother. Oh, that's so sad. Mommy was a meanie. No wonder she's mean. It is still dawn when I wake up. As much as I want to continue sleeping, I have no choice but to get up and prepare for the day. The last thing I need is an annoying lecture from the head maid. I have almost become accustomed to waking up this early, even if I do not enjoy it. As soon as my preparations are made, I begin to make my way toward Emelaigne's room, should she wake early. I am about halfway there when I hear familiar voices. Standing far ahead of me are Sir Alcester and Sir Mithros. Are you sure this is going to work? Have a little faith in me, my friend. Friends? We are not friends. Sir Alcester narrows his eyes, then turns abruptly to look at me. Ah, Miss Lucette, was it? Sir Mithros? Sir Alcester? Have you been eavesdropping, child? He has no reason to be angry at me. If they were talking about something confidential, they should not have been openly talking in the hallway. I am on my way to Princess Emelaine's room, sir. That is why I am here. I coolly look at Sir Alcester, who looks like he is about to pop a vein. I cannot help but feel satisfied at his reaction. In just a few steps, he is suddenly looming over me. I have never seen Sir Alcester look so angry before. What is going on? Rod is now walking towards us with a scowl on his face. Sir Alcester notices this and quickly steps back. was just a little misunderstanding, Your Highness. Rod glances at me, his eyes narrowing. Great. I am sure he is going to blame me for this too, even though I did nothing. Whoa! Hi, buddy! Much to my surprise, Rod puts himself between me and Sir Alcester. Are you all right, Lucette? He is worried about me? I slowly nod. Rod turns back to Sir Alcester and Sir Mithros. If you don't have any business with Lucette, I will be taking her with me. Emelaigne is already waiting for her. Sir Alcester stares at me for a few moments before bowing down to Rod. Of course, Your Highness. Thank you. Rod turns to me again, his expression solemn. Shall we? He walks off before waiting for my reply. I look back at Sir Alcester and Sir Mithros one last time before chasing after him. The both of us spend the next few minutes walking in silence. Rod has not said a thing since my encounter with Sir Mithros and Sir Alcester. Are you okay? What? He already asked me that before. Is he really that worried? I am fine. I am surprised by the look on Rod's face at my response. His expression is soft, so unlike his usual scowl. Rod here is pretty worried about you, Princess. Oh, Sebby. Rod glares at Sebby, his cheeks tinged pink. Sebby chuckles. Sorry, Rod. Your thoughts ring so loudly in your mind that I can't help but say them aloud. This is not the first time Sebby has told me about what Rod is thinking. Rod reaches out and pinches Sebby's face, his scowl returning. Ow, ow, ow! I'm sorry, okay? But next time, try not to think too loudly. You said that Emelaigne was waiting for me. I did not expect her to be up so early. Where is she? I lied. What? He lied to help me out of that situation? Why are you helping me? Because while you're here, you are my responsibility. I may loathe the role, but I still uphold it. Besides, you don't need a reason to help someone in need. Help someone in need. I remember Parfait and Delora telling me before that being good often involves helping others who are in need. Now that I've helped you, I'll be taking my leave now. I have fencing lessons to attend. Rod starts to walk off, but then stops and turns back to me. Don't get yourself into more trouble. I won't be there all the time to save you. I glare at him and cross my arms. I am not some damsel in distress, Your Highness. I do not need your help. Rod snorts before turning away from me and walking away. Later that day, I watch Emelaigne finish her etiquette lessons. I can tell that the teacher is impressed with her progress. Emelaigne is able to correctly name all the glasses and cutlery. She's not so slow a learner. I had come here earlier in the day to better teach Emelaigne about proper dining etiquette. It turns out that my lesson was valuable. You have shown great improvement, Your Highness. I am glad that you have been diligent with your studies. No doubt you'll be ready for the ball soon. Emelaigne smiles, her cheeks turning pink. Thank you. I wouldn't have done it without the help of a friend. Emelaigne glances at me briefly and smiles gently. I really owe her a lot. That is wonderful. I am so glad you have such a dedicated friend, Your Highness. Friend? Is that really what I am to her? But princesses do not have maids as friends. A royal does not mingle with commoners, especially not with servants. Mother told me that before. Emelaigne does not treat me as a maid, but she cannot possibly think of me as a friend. After the teacher gives Emelaigne several books to study for their next lesson, she ends the lesson and excuses herself. Emelaigne approaches me and grasps my hands. Thank you so much, Lucette. I wouldn't have passed without your help. All I did was repeat the things your teacher taught you. But you're different. I raised an eyebrow at her. Different? I tend to get nervous in my lessons. My teachers are strict and intimidating. I cave beneath the pressure. But with you, well, I feel more comfortable around you. It's probably because we're almost the same age and your lessons feel more casual. So thank you. I am very grateful to you. She looks down at the ground shyly. I hope it's all right that we're friends. I furrow my eyebrows at her. Why would you even want to be friends with a maid? You're supposed to be making friends with the nobles, not the servants. Emelaigne frowns and I can feel her deflate. She walks toward the window and sighs. I tried. They may not say anything, but I can feel them silently judging me. I wasn't born a princess, and I feel that they judge everything that I do. They think that I smile too much, that I'm not regal enough. They feel that I'm too clumsy or too cheerful. Well, Emelaigne definitely does not act like a noble. I cannot say I blame the nobles for being skeptical of her. Being with them suffocates me. I do my best to act like a princess, but the way they all look at me, it's as if they're waiting for me to make a mistake. Then they'll all have an excuse to jeer at me. Every girl dreams of becoming a princess, and yet this is not my dream. I really just miss being a normal girl. I miss my freedom. I look at her, thoughtful. I think I can understand what Emelaigne is feeling. Just like me, she was thrown into a world she was not ready to be part of. Right now, we have no choice but to fit in. She never wanted my title in the first place, yet I accused her of stealing it. Have you told your mother how you feel? Emelaigne shakes. Oh. Game! That was said out loud, not a thought in her head. Emelaigne shakes her head. No, not the king either. I don't want them to think that I am ungrateful. That's why I'm trying my best to become accustomed to all of this. I cross my arms. But you are not happy. I'm not. Everyone just assumes that I'm happy because I smile a lot. She barely opens up to anyone, and yet she opened up to me. Had I been given the choice before I was cursed, I would never have listened to her. You should tell them how you feel rather than just keep it to yourself. Otherwise, the stress will continue to accumulate on your shoulders. I wish I could be more honest with them, I really do. I envy you for being able to speak your mind. She envies me? Emelaigne takes a deep breath and sighs. The frown fades with a sigh and is quickly replaced by a fragile smile. I'm sorry for ranting to you like that. I must have bored you with my story. I used to get so annoyed with her, but now that I've seen this side of her, I suppose she is not as terrible as I had first thought. Oh, I remember that Mother wanted to see me after my lessons today. Allow me to escort you to the Queen, then. Thank you. Wow, is that the end of that chapter already? Oh, no, okay. I guess we're getting these weird split screens. Okay, but I'm gonna go ahead and end the episode right there. If you guys are enjoying this series, please make sure to leave a like down below and let me know what you think of this game so far, what your predictions are of Rod's curse, and what exactly is going to happen. Like, I'm starting to see, our little ice princess break up a little bit. Like, she's melting, she's getting there, so I'm pretty proud of her so far. She's doing it a lot quicker than I thought she was going to originally. So yeah, just let me know what you think of that, and if you haven't already, please make sure to subscribe to my channel. That way you can keep up with more episodes as I put them out. Thanks again, everyone, and I will catch you in the next episode.